And the news broke yesterday about this situation in New York, upstate New York, where this gentleman by the name of Robert Brooks was murdered. They killed this man. Brutally assaulted, unalived, murdered, killed, slaughtered. They brutalized this man. And from my understanding, it was about 12 different COs, correctional officers, all scumbags, all KKK, redneck, racist, inbred scumbags. Now, when you watch the news, they're quick to point out that the gentleman was locked up for stabbing his girlfriend, but he received 12 years for that. If the judge wanted him dead, he would have sentenced him, or she would have sentenced him to death. Now, when you look at the video, it's obvious to anyone that has a thinking brain, has a working brain, that has a mind of their own, that these guys have been doing this for a very long time. Then there's no coincidence that nobody's body camera audio was working or was cut on. That's a cover up off the rip. They killed this man, beat this man savagely in cold blood. And you can tell they were beating him before he even got up in there because his body was limp. His face was already swollen and messed up. They must have beat him as soon as he got off the bus. Because if I'm not mistaken, he got there the day before he passed away. He got there on the 9th, and it could have been the 9th at 11:59 p.m. for all we know. And he died the next day. This should be absolutely unacceptable. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. This goes on in a lot of prisons in the United States of America, especially in those USPs in a federal system in places like Pennsylvania. And these guys have been doing this for a long time. And I'm willing to bet they've done this several times and gotten away with it. For all we know, there could be bodies stashed under the jail up there, under the prison up there. Kicking the man in his chest, punching him in his face, choking him out, stuffing stuff in his mouth. They meant to kill this man. They meant to murder this man. And these scumbags haven't been charged with the crime yet. All of them were white. They were all white, 12 to 13 people in this room, maybe 15 or 16. All white, dirty, scumbag crackers. This situation is no different than when those scumbags, those white, dirty scumbags, beat Emmett Till to a pulp. The only difference is that Emmett Till was a child. This guy's an adult. He was incarcerated for breaking the law. Emmett Till was beat to death for breaking an unwritten law, which was that he allegedly whistled at a white woman. This was a modern day lynching. A modern day lynching. No one can convince me otherwise. It truly does. Now, if you're sitting around under the impression that these guys or the other individuals are all good, no, they're not good. They're all bad. I'm not saying that every single correctional officer is bad at that facility, but what I'm trying to tell you is they know exactly what the hell is going on. And if I sit back and watch a crime being committed over and over again, but I don't say anything, I'm just as culpable. I'm just as responsible as the individuals that are committing the crime. Now, I want to say rest in peace to that guy, Robert Brooks, and I send my condolences to his family. But just for some strange reason, I just don't think these guys are going to be charged with what they should be charged with, which is first-degree murder. First degree or second degree, not no bullshit, a bullshit manslaughter charge. That's a constant pattern with these people, man. Every time an officer or group of officers murder somebody in cold blood, the charge is either thrown out, or if they even get charged, or they're charged with involuntary manslaughter, which is a slap on the wrist. And we're going to continue to cover this story every step of the way. Why? Because we got to stop these crooked cops. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you're thinking about this. And if you're siding with these cops, that tells me a lot about you. The camera shows everything. Leave a comment below and share the video. We got to stop these crooked cops.